So, I haven't done a wrestling what if in a long time, so, let's do one, because I haven't done one in a while. And the punk one didn't really do that too well, but whatever. This time I'll do a shorter one to kind of help me out. Today we're going to talk about what would happen if Chris Jericho's title run actually happened. What if Jericho won the belt in 2000? If you want me to be more specific, on an episode of Raw in 2000, Jericho beat Triple H for the champion, but it was reversed because the ref counted too fast. What would happen if either the title decision was not reversed, or what would happen if the ref didn't count fast and Jericho actually scored a pin? How would this change WWE slash WWF around the time? Well, I'll tell you what happens. So, now we start off with the video like this. Jericho and Triple H have their Raw match. That match goes the same, but instead the decision does not get reversed. So, yeah, this can basically be Jericho wins the match, but however, he's technically not the true winner because of the fast count. So, this would lead Jericho to be Triple H's feud, aka his first opponent, which would be at Backlash. As for how they would do with other opponents, well, my opinion on what I could see happening for the other opponents, and that we would get a Fatal 4-Way number one contenders match to fight Jericho at the next pay-per-view. Now, who would be in the Fatal 4-Way? This would include The Rock and Chris Benoit, because those two actually fought other guys. You know, Jericho and Benoit fought, and Triple H and The Rock fought, so give them something to do on the card. And then Kurt Angle and Big Show would be the other two guys, removing their little one-on-one match they had. So, yeah. The Rock would actually win the Fatal 4-Way, and Chris Jericho would retain the champion some way, whether it be dirty, shenanigan style, or in a clean win. So this would mean that at the next pay-per-view, which is called Insurrection, we would get Jericho versus Rock, which I could honestly see a little build-up being kind of nice, more of a friendly rivalry kind of thing, or more of the whole Jericho wanting to prove to The Rock that he is the true Ayatollah of rock and rolla, and that can kind of be how their feud, I guess, goes. Now, when it comes to the match itself, Triple H is going to be a complete and utter D-bag and interfere with this match, because he would want to ruin Jericho's career and ruin Rock's career. He's going to be the one who wins the belt. So this means Judgment Day, our next pay-per-view, we get a triple threat. Rock versus Jericho versus Triple H. This is going to be where Rock wins the belt. Jericho probably gets a rematch clause, but will probably lose said rematch. And that's it for the video. Finally doing a wrestling what if, but I wanted to do a little short one. Something that's super short, so I just went with this one. Because I know for a fact Jericho's title run wouldn't last too long. But just to give Jericho a small little thing. If I'm being honest, there could be some pros to it. It'd help get WCW out of business a lot faster. Because if they see a guy who is underutilized in WCW get a world title in WWE, whether it be a short run, I feel like they would realize, hey, I'm wasting my time being buried here if I could be treated like a top star in that company. And yeah, that actually seems like a good way to go business-wise if WWE went with that route. Only real con is that Jericho really wouldn't get a proper world title run. But then again, he never really got that proper world title run. The only thing is that Jericho just won his first world title in the WWE a year earlier. So I guess it'd be good on him. He'd get an extra title run. I think everyone would be happy except for Triple H, because his title run would be a lot shorter. And then we kind of also missed out on the Benoit Jericho matches, maybe? Suck if we would, but then again, at the same time, it is possible you could still do that. I mean, they did it with Dolph Ziggler. After he had a world title feud, he went to the Intercontinental title picture, so you could realistically, in theory, do the same thing with Chris Jericho. The match with Triple H, that last man standing match they had, would be a lot more personal, because Jericho did beat Triple H for the belt, so it'd be a lot more personal than it was originally. And that's kind of everything I guess will change. Long term, this really changes nothing. Short term, this has some small changes. I mean, not small, but really big changes. It actually makes Jericho a bigger star, and that's kind of it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.